To end off our first year in the GIMM major, in the class GIMM 250, our professor announced the assignment of the task of creating an interactive comic to explain a complex topic. And we were split into groups of 4, and we were given the topic of the bidirectional flow of time. And at first we thought it was crazy, but we realized that we were going to need to figure out a way that we were going to get this done. And so we figured out an online place that we could begin setting up meetings and doing what we needed to do to start getting the project done. And where it started was a lot of talks that eventually led to the storyboards.
So right before beginning the storyboards, we wanted to create a character that could act as a mentor character and guide the user throughout the comic to help explain our topic of the bidirectional flow of time easier. So Sam, he drafted a concept sketch of the character, and that was kind of the start of that, and then we called him Tiberius, and we use a character Timey in nature, and we ended up putting him throughout the comic, so you're going to see him throughout these storyboards. And I think Tiberius worked pretty well as a mentor character to help us get our point across. After the creation of the character, we kind of devised a plan for how we wanted to divide up the sections between each person, because with 16 panels total required, we divided our group of 4, each person getting 4 panels to work on themselves. And so after figuring that out and all the sections and everything, then we began our production of the storyboards, which you will be seeing one right now on the screen. After the creation of the storyboards, it came time to color and finish up those panels. So now I will be showing the finished project, and of course there were some hardships along the way, one of them being getting the slider to function correctly, which is an interactive element that you will be seeing in the project. However, when it was all said and done, we managed to complete the project pretty much exactly as we envisioned it, and we didn't have to cut any corners, so I think that was something to really be proud of.
My name is Nathan Renfro. I was the Scrum Master on this project. I created 4 of the panels, the last 15-second animation, and worked on putting it all together in Animate. We had some issues during the semester, but we came together as a group and worked it out, and it was pretty smooth sailing after that. Learned a lot about working in a group remotely, time management, and areas that I lacked as a lead. So far in the GIMM program, the most important thing I've learned is probably to get my work done.
I'm Harrison Groom. I worked in the bi-directional flow of time group. Within that group, I worked on the introduction, which includes the first 15 seconds animation that you see. I also worked on the third section of the panels, which include 9, 10, 11, 12. Within those panels, I worked on a slider for users to use. Speaking of the slider, which was one of the most difficult things to work on within this project, just trying to learn how to make it work and stuff. Besides that, this project was really fun to work on. Just learning how to work with group members and interact with each other over this weird time that we're having. And overall, yeah, this was just a fun project.
So, my name's Samuel Gregg, and for my portion of the project, the difficulties that I faced were mostly with not being able to use the same programs that everybody could because of the remote computers just not really working for my computer. The stuff that I worked on for the project was the 4 background panels with the time stuff, and I also designed the character that we used for the whole animation. And my favorite bit about this was really just kind of making the art stuff, because that's the kind of thing I like to do, is drawing and creating.
Hi, my name is Zachary Gentile, and my contributions to the project were mainly 4 panels, one of them having an interactive element to it, that being a dot example that helps explain the human perception of time. And I think my main hardship for the project was in the early stages of the project, trying to figure out how we were going to create 4 sections to divvy up among the 4 members and how we were going to have that make sense when it all came together in the end. And overall, this was our first major group project. And honestly, I think it was pretty enjoyable. And we really figured out how to work together as a group. And I think that's a very important skill to have. And I think it's something that we really came together and managed to do pretty successfully. So that's just what I have to say about that. And that concludes this entire video. So thank you for watching and have a good day.